I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-magob, it's time for the only news that matters. An ex-guitar player for the Wings and Moody Blues, Denny Laine, had a rough go-round since getting COVID-19 last year. The Rock and Roll Hall of Famer has been in and out of the hospital for a collapsed lung, a bacteria infection, and other issues. And he was forced to cancel 2 planned summer concerts in Fort Myers. But Laine is getting better every day, says his wife Elizabeth Hines. The former Wings and Moody Blues member isn't feeling well enough for an interview, Hines says, but his spirits have improved since he is discharged from the hospital, and he's doing better, and he can't wait to start playing guitar again. He's too weak at the moment, she says. He doesn't have the dexterity to hold the guitar and play, but that's his goal. He wants to get better to the guitar. He wants to get back to the guitar. That's his own little hobby. It's his therapy. A GoFundMe started for Denny Laine's medical bills. Still, there are mountains of medical bills to pay, she said. And Laine, like many musicians, doesn't have health insurance. That's why they started a GoFundMe, a fundraiser. So far, it's raised $20,000 of its $100,000 goal. I'm asking for financial help to get Denny the medical care and recovery time he requires. Hines wrote on the GoFundMe page, it's important he concentrates on healing during this time. Our goal is to have Gypsy Den's home in time for his birthday on October 29th. The North Naples residence was set to perform and talk about his long musical career in July at Fort Myers, Alliance for the Arts. He postponed the concert to September due to his illness and later had to cancel that show too. Laine was the original lead singer and guitarist for the classic rock greats, the Moody Blues. He also worked side by side with ex-Beatle Paul McCartney through the 70s in their highly popular band Wings. Together they packed arenas with hits like Band on the Run, Live and Let Die, and silly love songs. It wasn't easy for him to cancel those Fort Myers shows, Hines says. He never cancels or postpones, she says. The show must go on. When he was in Wings, he went on with 102-degree fever. Laine's current health problems started when he got COVID in March of 2022. He recovered within 5 days, she says, or so they thought. But more issues kept coming up, including an ongoing bacterial infection in his blood and a recent collapsed lung, which required surgery to insert a chest tube. He's been in and out of the hospital since July. After being discharged Thursday from NCH Baker's Hospital, Laine will be recovering in his Naples Rehabilitation Center for about a month. Things are looking promising, she says, and his bacterial infection seems to be under control. Laine can't wait to get home. Laine doesn't like to be caged up, so there's nothing worse for him than having to sit still in a hospital bed. Laine and Hines were married in July 11th after several years together, she says. They moved to North Naples about 3 years ago. I wanted to get out of the New York weather, he told the Naples Daily News. But not only that, I love this sort of lifestyle. I like the sun. I like boats. I love Naples. I drive down the street here sort of looking for something to rent for the winter, really. And we end up renting and staying because of the COVID thing. So I'm still here. So there you go. He's having a lot of medical problems after he caught COVID last year, and they put up a GoFundMe, which I'm going to put a link to the GoFundMe in the description below. please, if you can give anything, I would really appreciate it, and they would appreciate it more. I know I'm going to donate. I love Wings, man. One of my favorite live albums is Wings Over America. A triple live vinyl I had as a little kid that I wore out. I thought the Wings were an awesome band. Venus and Mars, Band on the Run, classic albums, and especially that live one, man. So, don't know much about the Moody Blues except a couple hits, but yeah, I'm giving them some money. I'm going to throw them some money, and I hope everybody out there does as well. Denny needs it. It's a shame Paul McCartney just can't pay for everything. But hey, I don't know what's going on there. I know Paul McCartney's got billions. He's the richest rock star in the world, but, you know, again, I don't know what's going on. Maybe he has donated for all I know. But, yeah, there you go. That's it for the only news that matters. I thought I would put this out there to let all you Wings fans know that Denny needs our help. And anything you can donate would be very much appreciated by him, his family, and myself. So thank you all for watching The Only News That Matters. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring the little notification bell and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. And leave a comment below what you think of the Wings, man, and Denny Laine. And are you a fan like I am? I would love to know. And stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. And smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.
Before we get canceled, check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with me and Wadzilla. We are the Podcast Kings. Link to the podcast is in the description below, and also a link to the YouTube page. Check out older episodes with visuals. And very soon, either Ian and I will learn how to go on YouTube Live. Might be soon. So check out the greatest podcast ever according to Science.com. It's also God's favorite podcast and Satan's favorite podcast as well. So check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast before we get canceled.